If you have even 10 minutes today to do this one thing, you can begin to change your life for the better. Hi, I'm Kimberly, and this is Faith and Feathers. The average American spends more than 10 hours a day in front of a digital screen. From our time at work to Facebook, Twitter, email, and watching TV, the power of instant connection, endless music and entertainment in the palms of our hands has made us masters of multitasking, or so we think. We can be on vacation at the ocean while sending work emails at the same time, or cleaning the house while listening to our favorite latest true crime podcast. People find it hard to give their attention to a full-length movie without also scrolling TikTok. But as it turns out, research has shown that human beings really are not that great multitaskers. And it has even been proven to have detrimental effects on our brains. Multitasking increases stress levels, is linked to depression and addiction, and it causes us to make mistakes. We know this to be true from the amount of car accidents caused by texting and driving, or the fatal accidents in operating rooms or in air travel. Multitasking takes place in the prefrontal cortex of our brains, needed for problem solving and critical thinking. And when that area gets tired, it fails to operate effectively. Being outside in nature has proven effects of rest and restoration in the prefrontal cortex of our brains. However, the average American spends less than 30 minutes outside and rarely without technology. You see, it's not enough to just be outside. We need to unplug and give our brains rest from constant stimulation and multitasking. But that isn't easy to do, is it? I work in an office in front of a screen under fluorescent lights for 8 hours a day. Over the past 7 years at my job, I have felt the effects: back and hip pain, sore eyes, and poor posture. As I became drawn to simple living, I wanted to find a way to do something healthy for my mind and my body each and every day. I wanted to do something to break up the long workday. So I began taking 30-minute walks during my lunch break to get outside and away from my computer. And while I walked, I would listen to a podcast or a YouTube video about the latest subject I was fascinated with. And I believed I was making good use of my time. I was in nature, breathing fresh air. And because I was listening to something enjoyable to me while I walked, I was relaxing, or so I thought. Well, not so fast. Professor David Strayer's research found that being in nature is a very powerfully restorative activity, but not if we take our technology along with us. His research involved measuring the electrical brain activity of 2 groups of people, both before and after they took a walk through an ornamental garden. One group handed over all their technology beforehand. No phone, no camera, no music. They just simply walked. The other group took their phones with them and were told to talk to a friend or family member while they walked. After the walk, the electrical brain activity of both groups were looked at again. The brain activity of the group who had no technology showed low levels of activity. This showed their brains were calm, rested, and restored. The group who talked on the phone while walking showed significant brain activity up to 20 minutes after the walk was over. This means the multitasking basically canceled out any restorative effect being in nature would have had. You see, to get the positive effects of being outside in nature, you have to leave technology behind. When I began taking my walk without listening to something on my phone, it was really difficult. I almost felt like I was wasting time, as if just taking a walk and being alone with my thoughts while enjoying my surroundings had no real value or purpose. I felt like I needed to be ingesting something, music, or knowledge, or entertainment. My brain simply didn't know what to do with all that quiet. I began to use those walks to pray and talk to God. But more importantly, I began to listen. And before long, I no longer felt like I was just in nature. I felt that I was part of it. Simple living is often called slow living. You see, in our society, we don't slow down enough. Our fast-paced, overstimulated, and busy lives leave us very little time to just be quiet, to be in and of nature, and to listen. Our brain and spirit need time to reflect, restore, and rest. If you don't take any time to be outside without technology, I urge you to start carving out time every day. Take that time. Just start, even if you only have 10 minutes. Start giving yourself this gift of simple living and see what positive effects it will bring you. And now I'm going to turn off my camera and continue my walk. But stick around. I'm going to show you my chickens, who are also enjoying this beautiful winter day. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time on Faith and Feathers. Trying to get my babies in there. There they are. One of the things that keeps me grounded in simple living is them. They need attention every day, you know, and when you're with them, life just kind of slows down, you know. I watch them, spend time with them, and sort of takes you out of your busy life, takes you out of the hustle and bustle, and just reminds you to be in the moment and enjoy the simple pleasures. Life isn't just about rushing around, accumulating wealth, driving fancy cars, having, you know, status symbol clothes, purses, shoes. It's about moments with your family, moments with your pets,